Coach, congratulations on your first victory. Can you talk a little bit about the way Josh Johnson played today?
Well, Josh really prepared not only himself well, but he got this team prepared well. We challenged the players for more commitment and more dedication, and the results speak for themselves. I think that the players really found out what it took to go deep and dig deep and find out what they were made of, and had to really make a concerted effort to get this first victory. And I know it was hard for them because they were pressed all week long, and they ended up responding very well today.
Obviously, Josh came in dealing with a hamstring injury at the beginning of the season. Now it seems like he's getting more and more comfortable as the weeks go on. Is that fair to say?
I would say that's a very fair assessment. I think that Josh takes it upon himself. He's a very, very proud individual. He's a very smart man. He's played a lot of ball with a lot of different coaches and a lot of different systems for a long time in the NFL. And he really took the reins of that offense this week. He has a great relationship with our offensive coordinator and our coaches, and he took it upon himself to get that offense prepared the way they did, and the way they performed today was a reflection of that.
Hey, Coach, we talked a couple weeks ago about, you mentioned you want to eliminate the big plays, stay on schedule. Now, today, your defense got a lot of the big plays. Talk about that progression for your defense, and then that conversation you had with them in the locker room after the game.
Well, I've said for the last 2 weeks now, 2 weeks going on 3, that it was important to win the turnover ratio, the turnover battle. I said it was very, very important to get big plays and eliminate big plays and control the penalties. And we did a great job of that today. I want to say we were like +4 today. And when you do those kind of things, you give yourself obviously the chance to win. Gave up a little field position in special teams, but those things will get corrected. But we took all the steps in a progression that it took to get this win, and so I'm very, very proud. I'm more proud of the players more than anything, because they responded with some brutal coaching this week, and so I'm happy for them. And they're buying into the belief of brotherhood, camaraderie, and family. Faith, family, and football. Faith, family, and football for a lovely game.
Thank you, Chief.
Team effort. This was a collective. Everybody involved, from the fan engagement side, the president side, to the football side. This was a total team victory.
Coach, can you talk about the way Trey played today? Over 100 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns.
It's about damn time. We've been waiting for that guy to show up ever since we made that trade for him, and he's been fighting and had a setback a couple weeks ago, a little bit more than a few weeks ago, but to get McBride back was a big key today as well. And now you pair McBride with Spruce, and now how the way Carter has emerged. Like I said, we switched some things around and made sure that we addressed all of the issues that were plaguing us the first 2 weeks. And so the guys responded very well. McBride played his ass off.
Coach, this was a wire-to-wire victory against an undefeated opponent. How far back in your coaching career do you have to go to find such a dominating victory over a quality opponent?
Well, with the Packers, we had some very successful outings as well. But for my first victory as a head coach, I could honestly say this was a very impressive win.
Last week you emphasized finishing games. You said you guys got to finish games. Looked like this time around, you finished the game a lot earlier, but you guys never took your foot off the gas. How do you keep your team locked in when it's a blowout like this?
We didn't finish. They had a 38-yard run in the fourth quarter that burned my ass more than anything. That's why I'm up here so angry. The defense got chewed out with 6 minutes left to go in the blowout game. And so if you go back and look at the television copy or whatever, we put up, as soon as that fourth quarter started, everybody does this, but we put up the four fingers signalizing focus and finish. Focus and finish. And we still, with that being said, we still have some things to get corrected.
Coach was physical throughout, especially the line play that whole game, and kind of showed up in the run game more so this week than compared to last week. How do you feel Carter's kind of emerged as the top back?
I wouldn't say he's the top back. I think it was moving forward. It will probably still be a back by committee. I'll leave that up to Coach Chow and his staff to determine the play time. But Carter is definitely. We felt as though Carter was special when we drafted him, and it was hard trying to find a spot and places to actually insert him into the game. And so we said, "You're going to get your shot this week," and he responded beautifully. He ran with his pad level down. He showed burst. He showed all the things that we were looking for in our backs.
Hey, Coach, it's been 3 weeks now. Whether it's a kickoff, the extra points after touchdown, or the real time audio, which one of the innovations in the XFL do you find yourself enjoying the most?
I enjoy all of it, from the cameras to the innovation to the special teams to the point afters. The XFL and this organization has put together a great strategy for innovation, and I couldn't be more proud to be a part of it.
As a coach, is it frustrating at all just knowing that your mic's on, seemingly whenever?
No, I even asked for it. I said, we had debates and so on and so forth throughout the off season, and I welcomed it. I didn't welcome you guys catching me on the sideline, sitting down. They had to make me wear a boot today. So, you guys will get what's coming back to you.
Coach, after his success in the first 2 weeks of the XFL season, what went into containing Cardell Jones today?
Really, I think we just did a good job of mixing things up. And we know that Pep and Cardell are tied together, and he gives them a lot of information. So we made sure that we just tried to hold our disguises and mix our coverages up and do some different things and force him into second guessing what he was doing. And that ended up working out well for us.
A couple more questions. Coach, what was the best part about continued fan support coming into it?
Well, LA has a great fan base anyway, and with us starting slow, that probably put a little dampening on it. But moving forward, they'll see a team that's ready to compete every week. They'll see a team that is going to fight as hard as they can to get the victories, and hopefully with this game will start more interest and more fan participation moving forward.
You talked a little bit about the direction on defense. What exactly can you attribute to how the defense has improved over the last 2 weeks and kind of finally clicked today?
I'm sorry, say the first part of that again.
The progression on defense. How do you think it finally clicked today, and then especially over the last 2 weeks, how the defense has improved?
Well, I would say that we're communicating much better. The guys are more cohesive now. We're having more meetings together. We're doing things like how the way it's supposed to be done. And so when guys really care about their job and what they're doing, they really bought in over the last couple of weeks since we made the change, and you can just see that from from the meetings to the practice field to the walkthroughs to the execution in practice to the competitive periods in practice, this defense has come on and is starting to show what it can do.
Last question.
Coach, Pep Hamilton commended you for firing up the Wildcats pre-game. Was there anything specific that you said to your team to kind of help motivate them?
To be honest with you, it really wasn't me. Josh spoke to the team before we went out there at halftime. But like I said, I had my words during the week, and those guys were ready to play. And like I said, Josh did a great job, and I also want to commend Harlan Miller. Harlan Miller gave a great, inspiring speech to the defense. I want to say on Thursday, gave a great speech, one of the best I ever heard. And so I went up to him before practice, and I said, "Boy, I did not know you had it in you." And so it meant just showed how much these guys care about their jobs, about their profession. It shows that they care about each other. It shows that they care for this coaching staff. And so as long as we can keep this playing as one, playing for each other and playing for your brother, playing for the guy next to you. When you can do that stuff, I mean, it's powerful. I had it at Miami, I had it with the Raiders, I had it with Green Bay, and so it is one of the best feelings in the world to be able to count on the man next to you, and he believes in you and he trusts you, and it all just clicks. And when that happens, special things start happening. And everywhere, most of the places I've been, we were able to establish that.
Can you?
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Coach.
Let's give him a round.